We are back and live on Spaces for the post Clash in Paris show. This should be a lot of fun, and George is already here. We always like that. No technical issues today. my laptop tried to be weird on me, and I think my laptop was trying to take this vacation and not work with me on this one, but we're good.
That's okay. How you doing? It deserves today? A vacation as well.
Right? Yeah. With how much I put to work to it, you're absolutely right. Oh, look at that. We are good to go. How you doing today, George?
Doing good, thanks.
Good. Oh, good. We've already got Johnny here. Invite to speak. Put you as a co-host in case I need you. Good, George. All right. Do you enjoy the show?
Let's do a quick. I'll do a quick setup while we're waiting. While we're getting ready.
By all means.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing the Clash review with my man Jake on vacation. Figured instead of doing two shows with the same basic topic, we would just do one show. So we're going to put this on the YouTube channel when we're done here. Next week at 8:05, we're going to definitely be going outside our comfort zone a little bit. We have Dr. Gina Pawson going to be joining us. She's a psychology doctor. So
yeah, no, that's
we'll let her go through her credentials when she gets on.
Yeah. No, that's exciting though. Like I've said, you don't grow if you stay in your comfort zone. So when you brought this up to me, it was something that was very, outside of our comfort zone, but I'm so ready for it. That's so cool. And, it's something different, but still kind of in the realm of what we do with wrestling. And so, cause there's some sports psychology of what she does to my understanding.
Psychology of wrestling, sports entertainment, football, hockey, and she's a wrestling fan as well. So
perfect. No, I'm excited. That should be a lot of fun. All right. I invited Johnny to speak, but he's got to take a minute or two. That's fine. I am ready to rock.
So that show went a lot longer than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
Really long.
Some of those matches were a couple of those matches went pretty damn long. They were good, but it was just like, all right, that was a little.
I was surprised it went as long as it did.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple of them. Oh, yeah. I was going to pull up.
The other announcement. I forgot.
Yes.
I'm thinking either one of the last 2 weeks of Sunday, Jake and I were talking about going on really early.
Oh yeah.
Because we do have listeners abroad, so we wanted to get on 1, 2 in the afternoon Eastern and be really early so they can join us for a time and not have to worry about going to bed and crap like that.
Yeah, no, we should try to confer with some of our international listeners and see what they think, because that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that would be a lot.
They
of fun.
Pop in once in a while, but geez, they're here for like 5 minutes. They got.
Yeah, shout out to Alex who hung out with us last weekend till real late. He stayed with us the whole night. He was up till late his time. I mean, that must have been.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it in a week or two after Dr. Gina.
Yeah, it's kind of like the reverse of what I do, because as a English Premier League fan, I will wake up. Like yesterday, I woke up at 6 a.m. here in San Diego to catch a lift to where the San Diego Tottenham group watches the matches. So I watch with that group. We played like shit, but it was a lot of fun. My wife came. It was a good time. So yeah, it's like the reverse. I wake up early. They'll stay up late. But yeah, we'll have to confer with that when I get back on Wednesday and make that work. Oh, it looks like our guest has arrived. Our second or maybe third returning guest ever that we've had, Johnny Bottles from the SC Maniacs. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
We are good. Pretty good. Hey, I'm in San Diego and the beach is like 500 feet behind me, so I'm doing really well.
Man, you gotta love that. Oh my God.
Right?
I am enjoying a cold front right now. It's awesome.
What's the temperature where you're at?
Went down to 83.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And it actually feels like that, not like with your humidity, because I know you're usually melting.
Yeah, we're experiencing a 2 or 3 week colder than normal stretch, which for us, normally it's 100, so plus humidity.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'll take it.
Here, I think it was 87 today for a high. That was it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank God for Canada.
Hey, at least it's finally getting out of the depths of summer, man. It was at least when I get home, it shouldn't be 110 anymore. It'd be like 105. But still.
Right.
All right. Well, anything else you want to get into before we just kind of get into the show here, I guess? Or?
No, we can get going. Johnny watched it. Johnny was watching it live. I saw too. So.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I was able to catch it. And I think it started off kind of like what we both predicted, George, that Roman was going to lead off the show. We kind of knew that. He likes to get his match in early if he's not the main event and get the hell out. But
yeah, I started the PLE in the laundromat.
Yeah,
That's where I was.
I was in a Mexican restaurant with my wife. I had it on my phone, but I got back before the end of the Roman match because I feel like the match was actually another one, like you said, George, was longer than I was expecting it to be. I kind of thought it was going to be more of like the Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, finishers fest and like knock each other out in 5 minutes. But that match went on pretty for a good little while.
Yeah.
At the time.
Once I realized that he was, Roman had a commitment somewhere else, I realized it was going to be a lot of crap at the end, and that's what we got.
Yeah, no, that made a lot of sense with it. I just didn't expect it to, I mean, I guess it should have made the most sense for it to be Breaker that starts it so that when Roman comes back, probably at the Royal Rumble to attack Braun Breaker to set up their Mania match, unless it's Breaker versus Seth, but I would think that would make the most sense.
We'll see what happens. Johnny, what did you think about this first one?
I think that it set the tone for the show that a lot of the other matches couldn't follow.
No.
Yeah.
Just the pure star power in the beginning of this was just amazing. Just Roman Reigns was idolized by these people when he came out. Just the chants and the singing and all that stuff, and he was eating it up. But yeah, and you really can't blame the guy. But
yeah,
just the spectacle of everyone's entrance, and then the production values throughout this entire show.
That stage was unbelievable.
It looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
The whole arena looked fantastic. 30,000 people.
Good God.
Tough time selling tickets, I heard. Tough time.
Yeah.
It was hard.
They're in a cooling off period, right? That's what we hear.
Yeah, they're not doing well. They're not doing well at all. Yeah.
No, I like what you said, Johnny, too, about where Roman's soaking it in, because he just takes that extra couple of seconds that not everybody does to really, no pun in using it, but acknowledges it, and it really, he's so good at that now. It's just, he's really become the star he was supposed to be.
Right. I was, when we were doing the show, Don said, well, Vince McMahon shoved them down everyone's throats all these years. He finally became a star. I said he became a star because of Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why he became a star. Paul Heyman came in and wrote all the bloodline storylines, pitched all these ideas to everybody in the whole faction, back and forth, worked with each individual guy to hone their promo skills, tell them what not to do, less is more, the whole 9 yards. And it really shows with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He was listening to the wise man the entire time, all those years they were together.
Yeah. Phil mentioned something on the thing when we were watching. He's like, he was starting to work like Hulk Hogan. Remember? He would just sit there like the Hulk and Rock match. They would just sit there and take it in. Like he's adopted that theory, I think, in the 100% way.
Yeah. Listen to the crowd.
Yeah.
See which way the crowd's going.
Right.
Absolutely. I thought it was great. I don't think he's going to be back, that late, like the Royal Rumble, but I think maybe Survivor Series. Put a faction together to take on the Vision.
Yeah.
War Games. Okay. That could be it.
I could see him being like the last announcement, kind of like they did with Punk this year, of like the last entrant to be in the team as a comeback. That'd be good.
Terrible name, by the way. Terrible name. The Vision. Hate it. Don't like it at all.
It's horrible. A horrible name. I don't.
You'd think Heyman would have come up with something better. I'm glad you mentioned Heyman too about Roman, because I'd kind of been in and out of watching wrestling for a good little while at the end of Vince because it was just not entertaining. But I can remember clearly seeing, I wasn't watching it live, but I saw the clip of Roman on the couch and then it pans over to Heyman. And I was like, okay, that intrigues me. And that brought me back in to start watching every week because I'm like, I have to see what they do. And yeah, Paul Heyman made Roman a star. And he was great in this match too with Rick getting into it with the shoes and just,
I love being got choked out by.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Heyman and his bumps and then getting carried out. Like you were, Heyman's the best, worst bump taker ever, I think is the best way to say it. I enjoyed it though. I was thoroughly sports entertained. It was a 22-minute match. Yeah. It was surprising.
What'd you think about the aftermath?
I mean, it's what I kind of expected to happen.
They went a little more than I thought they were going to do.
I was going to say until it kept going. I would have thought Jay would have come out sooner and all that would happen. But hey, I mean, it's also Roman. So if you're going to write off one of the biggest stars, you really got to send him off, I guess. I'm not sure. That seemed kind of not AEW-ish, but a little.
No. Johnny, what did you think about the afterbirth?
It was a lot going on, man. A lot of moving parts in that. back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. And just kept climbing for tsunamis and spears and all this crap. It was unbelievable. Just watching him going, this is going 45 minutes from the beginning of the show to the final, when they take him out on the stretcher, 45 minutes of this. I said, this is going to be a huge, tough act to follow for the rest of the guys on this card, guys and girls on this card. It was just, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
It was just that.
But it's the WWE pattern as of late, Johnny. It's been like they start off hot, then they drop down, they cool off, and then they slowly will move their way up to the ending. With some, that's what they've been doing.
It's like building a mixtape. Yeah.
It boils over, and then they turn the pot down. They turn the heat down on the pot, let it simmer, and then they crank it back up again, little by little.
That's what we got.
Little by little. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. The Street Fighter movie, he's got to go and set of that, right?
Yeah.
For a few weeks and film that. So I think Survivor Series will be back.
That would make sense. Because that's what, like late October, November time and that's the one they're doing in San Diego. So that should be at their baseball stadium too. So that should be a cool setup to see how they're going to do it in a baseball stadium that doesn't have a roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it retractable or they don't have a roof at all, Jake?
I don't think they have a roof at all at Petco Park, to my knowledge. I think, because they definitely don't, because it's on that like facade of where it's, like the brick wall at the back where they hit it, where they put it on the warehouse. So no, it's just, it's San Diego. It doesn't rain much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be, and it's, what's the easiest job in the world? A weatherman in San Diego.
Yep.
It's going to be between 68 and 75 and sunny. Have a good one,
There
boys.
you
Yeah, so unfortunately, the Wyatt Six and Street Profits had to follow this match.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Johnny kind of nailed it with, they set it up high, and then literally when I saw the Street Profits coming out next, I was just like, oh, you poor bastards.
Because the only thing we were hoping to see out of this match was the breakup of the Street Profits. At least I was. I'm not sure about anybody else, but I was. So that's what I was looking forward to watching, and I did not get what I wanted.
Well, I think they put the ball on the tee. They just haven't whacked it off the tee yet.
Yeah, but it's been sitting there for a while.
It's been sitting there for a while, like they don't know what to do with those guys. It was always talk of splitting off the two guys from one another and having Montez Ford go after the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title or whatever. And he got real jacked up for a while there. Remember, he was really muscle bound.
Yeah.
But that's all subsided now. He's leaner, and those guys are both great wrestlers. They really are. I like this. I hope that when they do split up Angelo Dawkins, it's not the Marty Jannetty of the duo. And I hope he has a flourishing career.
Yeah, I was hoping Dawkins would turn to heel, to be honest with you, for that way, especially.
Yeah.
But
I think
who could it be?
I think they're slamming it over our heads though, because I do think they set it up in this one where it's like the harder tags and the lose. Like, I think it's going to happen possibly even before WrestlePalooza. I think in the next few SmackDowns, it looks, because I agree with you, George, not only should it happen, but it kind of needs to happen for their careers. I think, and I agree with you, Johnny. I hope that, because Angelo is good, and he's kind of leaned down. He used to be kind of not chubbier, but a little thicker around the edges and wasn't as into it seemed. And now feel like he's recommitted himself. So I would hope that they can both part separate ways amicably and move forward.
Who would be the heel? Who would be the heel?
I would say not Ford, Dawkins. That's my call.
See, I would go the other way.
That's what everyone wants, though. That's what I'm saying. Because Dawkins will if Ford turns heel, Dawkins gets lost. That's my opinion, of course.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I like that, George.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, this is why I like that. You know what? You convinced me. I think it would be better if he's the one who turns. You're right, because then he's the driving force behind it. Because if it's Ford, that's where everybody's already kind of visualizing anyway. And you don't want
Dawkins just goes away at that point. Yeah.
You're right. No, you nailed. Yeah, you got me. I'm right there with you now. I have completely turned on this topic just that quickly. But yeah, but this match wasn't super long either. This is only like 13 minutes. And you knew the Wyatt Six were going to win, but I was kind of with you. I thought I was going to lead. And I think it still will lead to the end of the Street Profits. Just take a little bit longer than this show.
Yeah, your thoughts, Mr. Bottles?
How good are Gacy and Loomis?
Yeah.
How good are those two guys? Good
I was thinking
Lord.
the same thing.
And Gacy's not a small guy. He's a chunky guy, but he moves like a cruiserweight. He's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I always I liked what Gacy did at the end of his stuff in NXT. I always thought he had something there, just needed to kind of be shown better. Yeah, no, I think they work really well, and then having Rowan on the outside, just being able to,
What you doing?
Up. Yeah,
what you doing? That's basically what he
nothing, sir. I'm going over here, sir. I'm just going back up over here. Yeah, because you don't want to mess with that, and I wouldn't either. Yeah,
and
no,
they did. You know what they did? I noticed when he came out over those two guys, over to Loomis and Gacy. Over to Loomis, I should say. Those two guys did what everyone should do when someone's going to go and do a dive on top of a group of people. They're talking amongst themselves, not even looking at the guy.
Right.
So when Montez Ford jumps off that top rope, Loomis has one eye on the Titantron where they've got the live feed of what they're filming. He looks over and sees him get ready to come off. And then they both turn to catch the guy. They're not going to stand there like they do in the other wrestling.
Yeah, they're not waiting
with their hands in the air, waiting to catch somebody.
Like a bunch of quail. Was that what JR called them?
Like a bunch of quail. Yeah.
Yeah. Just no. Yeah. But yeah, the match was fine and what it was, but yeah, no, I thought about that. You can see it too because you just visualize 6 guys from AEW standing there. Let's catch him, and then they miss anyway.
I thought the woman of the group was let go. Or am I wrong?
BFAB?
No, not BFAB. The one for Wyatt 6.
Oh,
Nikki Cross?
Yeah. No. She's still there.
Okay,
No,
who did I get her confused with? Okay, never mind.
Who's that? What woman?
I could have swore she was one of the ones that said goodbye. Remember? She said I'm obviously wrong, but I could have swore.
No, I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think anybody else did, but
live and learn.
No, yeah. The next match was the match that I mean, this is the one when George and I did our preview show, this was the one. Why was this one on the card? Was France dying to see Nikki Bella? The women's intercontinental title, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. I mean, I'm from the same state as Nikki Bella. I never have got the Bellas. Yeah, you should. Well, they're from Scottsdale. That's literally like the one different part of Phoenix. That's like the people that think they're super rich, but if they were super rich, they live in Southern California.
So we noticed it really quick in the live telecast. We noticed Nikki Bella, really, trimmed down, not. I guess she fasted her. You could tell she was licking her lips and she looked like she was dehydrated. We picked up on this real quick.
She might have done something there.
She looked really slow in the ring as well as I started watching the match. But Phil noticed it. Phil noticed it right after that.
Yeah, the slowness was the first thing I caught. And I mean, I forget who. I saw someone post on Twitter. I feel like it was the AEW mole, but if it's not, my bad. I think it was him, where it's just like something about, I hope Nikki can kind of live up to this new school women's wrestling, and she clearly could not.
No, she couldn't. She couldn't.
And the crowd was very much not on her side, even though they were trying to present her as the babyface. The yeah boo was yay Becky boo. I feel like this return from Nikki is who is it for? I have yet to see anybody that excited to see a Bella return, but maybe that's just me. I don't know.
No, it's not you.
It's for her ex-husband who she has to pay alimony and child support to. That's what it's for. That's why she's back.
Fair. That's a fair answer, actually. I like that. That's fair. Oh, man.
So there was really nothing in this match that really caught anybody by surprise or anything. It was just straight as we figured.
Yeah. Yep.
Just that one botch she did where she came off the ropes to do a side kick, and Becky Lynch wasn't there.
Nobody
did you
was
see
home.
that? She just laid it on her back.
Nobody was home. Yeah, no, I did see that. This was one of those parts where I had it on the TV in the beach house, and I was happy that no one in my family had watched, because different people in my family would come in to watch parts of stuff, and it was fine for the next match, the Donnybrook. That was fine. But this one, I was like, just get over it. Don't watch this. This is embarrassing. This makes me look bad.
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with the title run with Becky now after we get to our point later on in the night.
I was going to say, we'll see. Yeah.
But they still got to put somebody against her.
I got a couple ideas. We'll see.
What do you got?
We'll get to it.
It's going to be a mixed tag match, so it's not going to happen right off the bat. We'll get, but you're going to have to fill it with something prior, though.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see where that goes. But the next match at least was a little bit more bringing the fans back into it, where Rusev and Sheamus beat the shit out of each other for 20 minutes.
And you know what? When it started, I hated it. And then at the end of it, it all turned around for me.
I thought the same thing, Johnny.
I was going into it hoping that this was going to be kind of like the last time these two beat the snot out of each other. Maybe they might have another one, but I felt like this was a good way to kind of end it. They just beat they literally just beat my stepdad sat there and watched it, and every time I said, oh, this is supposed to be not. I think I've turned him into a fan. I think he thinks it's real now because they beat the shit out of each other.
We talked about it. The only problem with these two is the only two they can go against are each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Gunther could come back and go against him, but I feel like they're below where he is.
Right.
You know, we were talking about that before on our show last week, where, you know, these two guys, they're on their downswing and they're not gonna be world champion anymore. So there's only so much more time you can have them on PLE matches. I mean, this was fun, but yeah.
Well, Rusev's 40. So.
And Sheamus is like 42, 43?
No, he's older than that. He's 46, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's at the stage where he's just putting people over now, I believe. Having fun and putting people over. And of course he would put his neighbor over, Rusev. But they live next door to one another in real life. And does Rusev seem just blah since he came back?
Yeah.
There's no joy in what he would do. The promos are hardly ever there. It's just him fighting Sheamus over and over and over again. We've seen it so many times on Raw. That's why I had no high hopes for this match whatsoever until it revved up at the very end. And my God, it's out of control.
It was one of those things where because how are you going to end this with these two giant beasts beating the shit out of each other? All right, let's jump off some shit through some shit. Okay. No, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the match for what it was. It was fun. I'm just, where are you going now though is kind of the question for everybody.
I think that Rusev might turn babyface and say, it was a good match, good water. And I think that we should team
That's
up.
where they should go.
Bam!
Be a tag team. Go after the tag belts.
Thank you. This is why I love Johnny. He's right there. I literally said that on our show we recorded a couple days ago. It's like, that's the best move for him. The only difference was I thought it would be a double knockout situation. Like, you know, it's the Brogue kick and Sheamus and Rusev does his gotcha kick or whatever and they both just not fall down. But this was a fun way of doing it. And they said, I think this was like only the first or second time Rusev had actually like really beaten Sheamus like that. So it made sense. It was good. And yeah, I think that's the best way to go is team them up.
You could have somebody scream at the beginning when they come out as a team. It's Rusev Day and fight night.
There you go.
Plus, they'd be a great tag team against the Wyatts too. I think
that would be. Yeah, that would be.
They really could. Yeah, they would really put a good injection into the tag division. The tag division needs not only their star power, but you know, there's no daylight in their stuff. They're good workers, and again, like you said, they'll put people over. So it works. You know, they'll have a great match and then put somebody over at the end of it.
Yeah, if you're not interested in working snug, you're not interested in working with these two guys.
No, sir. No, sir.
I would think that
one Brogue kick, I swear to God, he took his head off. I looked at that replay 6 times.
You know, maybe it's a reason why Sheamus fights Rusev like every week on Raw for like the last month and a half because no one else wants to work with him.
I wouldn't.
Don't put me in with him now.
You come up like medic. Don't clear me for today. I've got a strain. I've got something. Just don't. I am not medically cleared. Please God, no. I don't blame him. I mean, they are very old school with their very Stan Hansen and their stiffness, which I appreciate. It's good for the business, but oof.
What show was that? What pay-per-view was that when he kicked Jeff Hardy's teeth out? Did you see?
Oh,
he hit him with like his shin. Hold on, right on his face where his teeth are, and one tooth flew out of the ring.
Hey, he spit. No, those were his teeth.
Right, they usually spit out the gum, but then you see oh fuck, yeah. No,
because Michael Cole said, look, he lost a tooth, and they like 5 minutes later, they found it and played the replay of Sheamus kicking his tooth out.
It's good for the business, brother, but woof. Yeah, that's
right.
At least this match got the crowd back going.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Yeah, this was the point where I felt like the 2 matches after the Obi had kind of lulled them, and this really brought them back up because you knew the last 2 matches were going to be, the crowd was going to be into it just for the participants in them, but this was definitely woke people back up from their little lulls.
Before we get to the last two, I'll have a question on these last two. Do you agree with the order of the last two, or do you switch them?
I agree with the order of it. I mean, if you can, the world title should always end the show, unless it's Hogan and Rock at the end of it. That's in my eyes of it, where it was.
Because I thought the Cena and Paul match was much better than the main event.
I mean, a singles match for me is almost always going to be better than a fatal four-way, just because of how the way I like wrestling, But I definitely thought the Cena and Logan Paul match was fantastic. I think it was the longest match in the show.
Yeah, it should have closed. That's what I'm asking. You think it should have closed or not? That's what I'm asking everybody.
No, I think you could have also opened with it though. Like I think it would have been a great opener. I just feel like the world title and with Punk involved in the world title and Jey Uso, and also like the Jey Uso entrance first really kicked off with that show in Lyon last year. So France kind of has like a tie to Jey Uso, and when he came out, you could see it. So it made sense to me in that way. I think it was good with the way it was. John? But I also see what you were saying.
They keep on doing this Jey Uso thing where he comes out to where the concession stands are, makes his way down the steps. Something's going to happen one day. Somebody's going to trip him or like run in front of him. He's going to fall over the guy because he says he can hardly see out of those Yeet sunglasses. So, I mean, just you look at what the way the wrestlers are being hounded by people in France when they're out on the street.
Yeah, the people are nuts.
Somebody could agree. How starved are they for actual professional wrestling in Europe with the big companies coming through? They really must be hurting.
Yeah, there was no fan decorum at all, man. They were just, whenever there was a wrestler anywhere near, they were there in droves. Didn't matter where they were.
Apparently both companies are enjoying it because they're both going back. I mean, AEW is going back in December and WWE just announced they're going back in January. So maybe they'll make them like calm down a little bit, kind of give them more of a taste so they're not so starved and make a shit ton of money clearly because they announced that they sold the moat. Was it the highest grossing event at this arena ever, beating out Taylor Swift? Dave's going to be so mad about that.
They could have security. TKO could hire security for some of these people.
They need to. Actually, I was talking with our buddy Sam, who usually joins us on these, just in DMs about it, because it's like, I think Rhea might be to the point where just one or two like big giant security guys with her just for safety concerns. Feel better.
Right.
That was her Uber outing, right?
Yeah.
She was waiting for okay.
Yeah. And I mean, if she's not the biggest star in the company, she's easily the biggest female star, and she's one of the top. Like when she comes out, her pops are massive. They just are. So like clearly people love her. So I just feel like there's certain people that can use a security detail, and she's one of them.
You're wrong about all that because Vince Russo has been doing this a long time. Vince Russo says she's not over.
No? Wow.
Did you hear that on the show? He said that on the show. That's why I put it on Twitter. They posted a clip on Twitter of that schmuck saying that Rhea Ripley's not over. What is that guy?
I can to avoid hearing his voice. That was the first time I heard that. And you floored me, John. Great. Vince Russo said, "Oh well."
You never heard that before?
I try to avoid him at all costs. Oh God, that's hilarious. Here's why I avoid him. Because he says stupid shit like that.
But to be fair, he'll make a good point once in a while. He'll make a good point, but then he just drives into the ground and then says something stupid a week later. That's the way it works.
And then we'll go off of, but I said this one thing like 6 weeks ago that was good. Kind of like, I booked The Rock and Stone Cold 20, 30 years ago. And
he was supposed to quit wrestling 6 months ago.
Right.
That's what he told everybody.
True.
Right?
That is true. Or was it is it early next year is his birthday? Whatever his birthday is. Please. I just wish it was my birthday. It was a couple months ago. Please go away. he doesn't think Rhea's over. I heard her pops. Jesus.
Oh, he would know. He would know.
Julian Ward, who's listening to us right now, just sent me a message or sent us a message, I guess. Roxanne has 24-hour security while over there.
Smart.
Well, that's because she had the guy on Twitter.
Yeah.
All those threats on Twitter, which is just insane.
And
they're not taking any chances. They're still doing it.
And with what happened to Sonya Deville, you can't just be like, oh, don't worry about it. You got to take that shit seriously. I mean, that person broke into her house. So these people are nuts. Or like the people, didn't somebody try to deliver like a present to Rhea Ripley, like at her door, but she was home but saw it? That's fucked up, dude. Don't go to somebody's house.
This is the age we live, folks.
That's insane. That's legitimately scary.
If you could just find someone's real name and just Google it, and you could find out where they live.
Yeah.
And narrow it down. She lives to just say it. Sheila Smith from the WWE lives in Orlando, Florida. So
Yeah, most live in Florida anyway.
Right, I was just going
her
to say,
real
if you
name
catch
is
the name
Sheila
in Florida.
Rabinowitz. I'll look for that. Oh, Sheila Rabinowitz, Orlando, Florida. And here's the address. Right there.
As somebody with a very uncommon last name, it's the reason I kind of go by a gimmick name, because if I went by real name, there's only one person with my name on the face of the planet. It's me. I'm easy to find. So yeah,
Right.
Same kind of shit. Right? So yeah, I can easily see that. That'd be shitty as hell.
Imagine being a good-looking girl working for the WWE, and you get up to let your dog out early in the morning, and there's a
Somebody
guy
staring
waxing
at
his carrot in your rose bushes
Yeah.
outside your front window. Good Lord Almighty!
It's just, yeah. No, there are certain people in this world that are just terrible. Yeah.
Horrible.
That's what social media is creating, boys. Sorry.
No, it is. It's giving these people it's giving these people confidence in themselves that they've never had before to go do stupid shit.
Well, before it was social media, guys, it was message boards or wrestling websites.
Yeah, relatively ineffective, basically.
RSPW, remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was on there, and those guys were out of freaking control on that message board. I had that. And Tony Khan was probably on.
More than likely.
I'm not going to take this shit lying down. I'm telling you right now. I'm not saying that on there.
I'm not taking this fucking bullshit and only taking this fucking shit. That's my favorite Tony quote, because ever since then, he's only taken shit from that day forward.
All right. So next up, we had the major match. Try that again, boys. Next up, we had Cena versus Logan Paul, if I could talk.
No, this one was great in the sense of, like, this really does prove to anyone. I feel like Wade Barrett kept saying it, like, if you don't think that Logan Paul's good at this, it's just because you don't like it. And he is a douchebag, but he's supposed to be. And he's such a good douchebag. He's so good at this. Like, he's just so good at this.
Yeah, this will get people going all the time. Just start Logan Paul conversation. You'll get people talking for hours.
Yeah.
If they turned him face tomorrow, he'd be the biggest baby face in the company.
Do you think?
I think so.
I'd have to ponder that.
Yeah.
His in-ring work, and he could cut a promo, and he's famous. Oh, yeah.
He's so good as a heel, though.
He is.
Yeah. I'm just not sure he could pull off being a baby. I mean, eventually I think he could. I just think he's just such a natural heel. Like, he doesn't have to do anything, and he just radiates douchebag. It's great. Like, it's what you want in a heel. And then he can cut fantastic promos, and he's better in the ring than he has any right to be. Every time.
Got that right.
He's amazing.
Yeah, because this one I felt like was one of the better tests to wrestle because when he wrestles somebody who's super athletic, it's like, you kind of can make those work. But I feel like Cena calls more things in the ring, slows things more down, and like is more listening to the crowd. And this was probably Logan's first match really like that, and I thought it was fantastic. This was my favorite match of the night.
I'll give Cena some credit. I thought he worked his ass off.
I agree. Yeah, I think he's happy being a babyface again. Just let me run this heel. Let me run this last run out.
I would have never had John Cena with a Pop Rocks move. Never.
and the whole heel turn is just swept right out the door.
Yeah, forget it even happened.
That's
it's crazy. We can all just blame The Rock. We all know it was all Rock's fault. Just go over there. Stay away. It's fine.
You think he was building for the final match in Cena, his retirement tour for The Rock versus Cena, babyface Rock versus Cena? You think that's maybe what the Rock?
I mean, I wouldn't have put it back to have it in the back of his head. What would that be? Thrice in a lifetime? I wouldn't put it past him to think that he would have built to that. Just like he thought people wanted to see him take on Roman more than we wanted to see Cody. Like, we hadn't been invested in the last fucking 2.5 years of Cody. Like, no, Rock, we like you. We're happy that you're back, but you're an attraction now, not in the main freaking event.
Right.
Yeah, he overestimated his appeal, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is, you can blame him, but also to a point because when his music hits in a live crowd, of course they're gonna lose their fucking shit. Why wouldn't they? Like, we all do it, but don't take that as everybody at home wants to see you versus Roman and versus Cody versus Roman when Cody has earned this and we were all here for this. He won the second Royal Rumble. Like, screw you, Rock. This is what we want.
They should have The Rock versus Vin Diesel. One of these
Thanks,
shows.
Johnny. I just spit out my water. Thank you.
Sorry about that, George. They should have had that. The Rock versus Vin.
Until you realize that, when Vin stands up, he comes up to Rock's navel. they don't have this. They don't have the forced perspective like in the Fast and Furious movie. Oh God, Rock and Vin.
Well, Johnny, what were your thoughts on this match then altogether here?
I thought it was great. He's so, like we just said, he's so good as a heel. Logan Paul is. And, I think being a babyface now for Cena is a lot easier. He just has to get the shit kicked out of him in the ring. And then he makes his comeback. And that's it. It's the easiest job. He doesn't have to think of moves and take chances and any of that crazy stuff. And his moveset is not that, wild. It's just, the STFU, the attitude adjustment, maybe off the second rope, not the top, second rope. He's playing it very safe.
Yeah, which you're not going to understand. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's he, 48?
Yeah.
I think he's 48 or 49. Yeah. with a long, it's not like, and like, we think of it with Rock where he's like had a career and then went to Hollywood, but Rock's career was only like 6-7 years. Like Cena wrestled for like almost 20, you know, like there's wear and tear on that body. Like he's very, as healthy as he can be. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was really surprised at how many kickouts there were. I didn't expect as many as we got.
I just think that's wrestling now, though. I think we just have to kind of get more used to it. It's just part of what's happened anymore. When
they span the kickouts.
I know what I wanted to bring up to you guys.
What's up?
Did you notice? I picked up on it real quick. A lot of guys, when they're getting pinned, they always look at the referee's arm where it is and when they're going to bump up, when they're going to pull out. Yeah. Logan Paul's eyes are closed 100% of the time. He never opens his eyes when he's pinned. His eyes are closed every time. Go back and watch every pin from that match. His eyes are closed and he's going on instinct in the referee's count. So they have to have some serious camaraderie between him and the referee.
Okay. That's pretty impressive then. Cause it's one of the things that you definitely, like, if you pay attention, you notice. Even if they're not staring at the ref, like their eyes are open so they can see, like, even at the periphery or whatever. No, so that's super impressive. Shout out to Julian Ward again. He commented that we'll probably see Jake Paul sooner than later because these boxing matches are drying up real fast. I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's Jake Paul's next move. Whether we want to see him or not, it's going to happen. He's definitely already training for it, I think.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I didn't say I want to or not. I just think it's going to happen. I don't really think we do either, but it is what it is. What I thought was funny though was that Cena's wife was in the crowd. I feel like she didn't want Cena going to France with his ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, we haven't seen Cena's wife yet, and all of a sudden she was there in the front row and got a kiss. Right? I don't know. I feel like she just didn't like that the ex-fiance was in the arena in Paris. The city of love. You can't blame her. Makes sense.
Did you notice that Nikki did the STFU in her match?
Yes, I did. and it made me laugh when I saw that, realized that Cena's wife was there. Like, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I would. Ex-fiance, city of love. I can't blame her.
Don't cook in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Remember that? What was that? Divas, what was that show?
No, Total Bellas was the one.
Total Bellas, is that what it was? Yeah. What are you doing to cook in my kitchen?
Those were oof. I've only ever seen clips of those on Twitter, but oof. Hey, apparently this brought a lot of women into the fans, or made women fans of wrestling, so I'll take it. This match was good though. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was what it needed to be. I actually might have thought Logan that might have stolen the win, but I thought the way they did it worked out well because I'd be kind of hard to beat Cena much on this retirement last tour. The fans want to cheer him.
Yeah, there was nothing stupid from Logan Paul. Like no viral moment. No, he wrestled very old fashioned. I thought.
Right? There was no
sure he was going to do that. I thought for sure he's going to leap on top of the announce table.
Get the drone out again. Yeah.
Yeah, they were off of that. They didn't bother with any of that. He just wrestled this match. You could see like Cena telling him what he's going to do next.
Right.
That's pretty obvious.
But that was good though. I mean, I feel like Cena's probably like the oldest school person that Logan will get to work with, really, maybe Cena and Punk. So that's cool. I thought it worked out really well. I enjoyed it. I think like I said, it was my favorite match of the night, I think.
It was mine as well.
Nice.
Johnny, what'd you think overall?
I thought the first match of the show was the favorite match for me.
Nice.
The main event was second. Logan Paul and Cena, and probably third for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in those two, that makes sense. Speaking of, again, that gets into the fatal four-way main event for the World Heavyweight Championship with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Still feel like LA Knight's just kind of in there like, trying guys, I'm a main eventer, please. I want him to be, I just don't feel like he's treated as one. But it was a good match. It was fun for a four-way. Not my favorite kind of matches or for four-ways or triple threats, but I feel like that's just with the rosters that they have now and the star power. You're just going to have a lot more triple threats and four-ways because you got to get these stars on the card. The fans and the paying fans want to see them, and those people are paying a pretty penny. So I get it. I really do.
This is the main reason why you're not seeing these NXT people coming up. There's too many.
Right.
There's too many top names. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not going to happen.
No, you're right. Although I've seen rumors that Tony D should be debuting on the main roster soon since they offed him on NXT a couple weeks ago. He had his Tony Soprano moment where it cut to black.
I want to see a car get pulled out of the bay and they crack open the trunk and he's in there with an oxygen tank. That's what I want to see. Water pouring out of the trunk. That's what I want to see. Him hog-tied with an oxygen tank.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Coming back to revenge.
I think if he comes up, I think they should just drop the whole family thing.
Yeah,
I
think that's what it's going to be, is a whole new something with him as it, but I'm not really sure. But it's just interesting that I've heard those rumors coming up because with the way they wrote him off TV, that was definitely the end of him on NXT and where to go forward with. So it'll be fun to see.
Hey, JD McDonough, what are they paying you over there at Judgment Day, huh? Come on over to my crew.
I'll double it,
I'll double that. Hey.
Give it the full Al Capone. I like it. No, but, this match was a four-way, almost right away they got Seth out and Jay out because he'd gotten attacked after the Roman stuff so that you could have two people in the ring so you could actually start a match like you're supposed to, with the lockups and fights and stuff. Four-ways just don't really do it as much for me, but this was good for what it was though. And told the story along well. Everybody was against Seth, but then they turn on each other. Makes sense.
Yeah, it was, like you said, I'm not a huge, I'd rather see a three-way than a four.
Yeah, just the more you get involved.
They worked them in and out pretty quick, I thought. They get two guys pop in, then two guys come in after that, knock one guy out. They weren't egregious with using their time outside the ring, just sitting there watching the camera, waiting for their cue. It wasn't that bad.
Where you see him with the little eyes popped over the apron, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, no, I hear you. I enjoyed it though. I got it was good. I thought the ways how they had it set up to where everybody attacked Seth, but then he kind of came back and stomped everybody at different points. It was the Jay get the table spot was kind of silly, but cool how they did it to where he went out to go get him and then super kicked instead. So he turned back because, Jay needs to have a little bit more balls sometimes, I feel like. So that was good in that sense.
Yeah. Bottles, how were you during this match?
I was really interested in the dynamic between the three baby faces that were in the match. Who was going to really blow their top? What was going to happen? Was Punk, he had some heelish tendencies going on, but he's always had that.
Right.
And are they going to do this? Is Punk going to turn heel? Who's coming out to help Seth? That's what I'm thinking about. The whole time I'm watching this, I'm thinking,
right.
Yeah. They set that up during the course of that when they start saying that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed couldn't be. They were taking
when Pierce kicked him out and said he was going to suspend him without pay, and then they couldn't have Heyman stick up for them because he was on the way to the hospital. It made a lot of sense, and all of a sudden I was like, shit, I was right. I said the Vision was going to get a new group member and debut it in France. I feel like they like to debut new group members overseas, and sure enough, it worked. And it wasn't a new debuting character, but it was a move over to the Dangerous Alliance 2.0, which that's a better name than the Vision, honestly. But I mean, Becky low blowing him to. Becky low blowing Punk to have Rollins get the win just makes so much sense. I wanted her in the group from the beginning. It's how it should be. I feel like Heyman will be great, managing her as well. And as I always say, more managers, hashtag give managers a chance. We need more managers always in wrestling. Right now, if it's just Heyman doing like the old school where the one manager manages 4 or 5 people, I'm fine with it, but give me more managers always.
Well, they did, Jake. They answered your plea because B-Fab is back as a manager now.
Yeah, that's big news.
The great B-Fab is back as a manager because that wrestling gig
B-Fab
worked out so well.
But they set this up throughout the whole thing when
they did.
Seth kept saying, I'm all by myself. I'm fine.
Yep.
I don't need anybody's help, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm thinking Ilya Dragunov is healed.
That's what I was thinking.
You were?
Yes.
Me too, actually. When I said it on our last thing where I said they're going to have somebody like debuting, that was really afterwards we thought, who could it be? Because it wouldn't be somebody new, but somebody returning. And Ilya because he's got to be returning some point soon, and it's got to be the right way. I think that would have been a cool spot for his character, but he's also a great baby face, so it makes a lot of sense to wait. But that's what I thought it was going to be.
I think they'd save Ilya. I was thinking they'll probably save Ilya for when Gunther comes back. They can run that back.
Mm-hmm.
That war
on the main roster,
on the main roster.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking Lesnar was supposedly someone took a picture of Lesnar with a kid over in Paris.
Yeah, there were so many people.
He was never on the show.
Well, they're still in Paris tomorrow, though. They're in the same arena tomorrow night for Raw.
Oh, okay.
It's the middle of the afternoon, so beware.
Yeah, pretty much. I think like almost the same time it was today, or something similar to it.
But I kind of knew.
No, Raw's over there tomorrow.
I kind of knew in the back of my mind it was going to be Becky, and then when I saw her, I was totally disappointed. And I knew it was going to happen. Like we all could figure something was going to happen with her. You predicted it a while back.
Yeah,
I was trying to ignore that prediction because I didn't want to see it. I understand it. I don't like it.
Give us AJ Lee returning, and I
can understand how I don't have to like it.
I get you. No, I get you, and I get you. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be happy to see her, and she actually can. She, unlike Nikki, can wrestle. Well, could back then. Hopefully, she still can.
We don't know any of that now, though.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair. But I feel like with the training that Punk has been doing in NXT and how AJ's been always promoting Roxanne on Twitter and stuff. It just makes so much sense. I'm excited to see it. I'm a mark for shit like that though. So.
You think she's coming back?
I do. I think it's going to set up.
Oh, the signs were there, dude.
Yeah.
Literally, the signs were there.
Right. Yeah. CM Punk. Yeah, exactly. CM Punk stopped and pointed at the yeah, we're going to get AJ and CM Punk versus Becky and Seth, and I am all for that.
And the post show, Big E mentioned it straight out. So.
Did he? Okay, yes. and he should because he was the one who did. Yeah, he debuted Big E Langston as her heavy. So it makes perfect sense for me, and that's a return I'm more into. Unlike Nikki Bella, I feel bad for talking shit about her so much, but I just don't like her.
Nikki Bella needs to be a heel.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
bitch.
Yeah. And she was to the crowd, the Paris fans, every time she hit Becky, boo.
Yeah.
Or le boo, or however they said it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I figured Rollins had to retain. It just made the most sense at this point. If he loses the title this early in his reign, it kind of kills the group, and that's not going to happen with Heyman involved.
I would have had no problem with a quick 1-day loss on this and pick it up.
I could see, yeah. Maybe. I just felt like, and they could have written it in there because Heyman was out and all the group, so it could have worked, but yeah. I just feel like right now it just makes sense to keep the group as strong as it is.
But there is no group right now. They're suspended without pay.
Well, only if they got involved. The Vision
suspended. That means they can't be there. There won't be.
No, they would have been suspended if they'd involved themselves in Seth's match. That's what it was. They were kicked out of the arena, and Pierce said, if you come back because they're like this, Bronson Reed said, no, Seth's got his match. And Pierce said, either you come back in that match, then you're suspended indefinitely without pay. So they'll be fine.
I do like when Adam Pearce loses his cool.
I was just going to say that. Angry Adam Pearce is my favorite Adam Pearce. He's up screaming and takes off the glasses and then I need a drink. He's the angry dad. I love it. I will turn this Raw right around. It's just doing it. I love it, man. I love it. He does it so well.
Don't make me stop this Raw.
Right? Yeah. I will turn this car right around. I love it. He's just that guy.
If Heyman doesn't come back with a big ass cervical neck brace like Joel Gertner, then what are we doing here?
He needs to be almost like in traction, but only the upper part in a wheelchair. Like just as sad as he can look.
If they wheeled him out in a wheelchair
Yes.
and he cut the promo the whole time with a neck brace.
And he's got like the torso cast with his arms out or whatever. Just he needs to milk this as heavy as possible.
Yes.
No pun intended, but just yes, please. I want that so bad. Maybe not tomorrow. Like maybe.
Oh, it's gotta be tomorrow.
But I could see him being like, oh, he's too injured, or he does his promo from the hospital, and then when he comes back, but the sooner the better with it. But yeah, we need
because you don't want him traveling overseas with that kind of an injury.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I would like it if this ends with Heyman getting himself a cart, though. I feel like Heyman with a cart would be great, and they're gonna fucking hover around
A scooter.
Yeah, exactly. No, but overall, it was a fun show. I figured the international PLEs, we kind of know what to expect. They're going to be a big spectacle. The crowd's going to go crazy, but there's not going to be anything major storyline wise in the sense of title changes or, maybe a couple debuts or moves here and there, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was what it was. I was sports entertained. Like I said, my stepdad watched the last 3 matches with me. That was funny. Apparently he's a wrestling fan now.
Last time they were in Paris, I had a problem with the crowd.
What was Lyon?
I mentioned it last time.
It was France, not Paris. It was France, but Lyon.
Paris?
No, totally different. That's like saying
either way, the crowd
New
was
York City and the world.
Settle it down with the crowd. I get it. I understand it, but Jesus Christ. Too much for me.
I
like their enthusiasm. I love it, but just pick the right spots. You don't gotta middle of the show just start.
I felt like today was a bit better because this crowd was a bit smarter. That's like where I was trying to say is like this is more of like a city crowd that's maybe a little bit more in tune to stuff, as where Lyon's kind of more rural and that, so maybe they weren't as paying attention because there were still parts of this where I thought the crowd was great, but then there were other parts where I'm like, oh, but they weren't as crazy as they were in Lyon last year with like the AJ Styles.
It was
it was too much. It was. And I'm a fan of soccer and chanting and singing, but there's a point of like, guys, make it work with the show. Chant the right way, as opposed to
this song, Daddy Cool.
Yeah.
Was
Daddy,
it that big in Europe?
Yes. Yes, it was. Apparently.
That's right up there with Hey Baby by Bruce Channel. From the mid '60s.
I want it.
Hey Bailey, I want to know. They do that with Bailey. The song Hey Baby went like that. It was harmonica and all that. Delbert McClinton played the harmonica on it. And
no, my favorite soccer team, we sing that chant to a player who left our team for our biggest rival, and we go, I want to know why you're such a C word. That's our song. Yeah. He left our team for our biggest rivals and said he was like, oh, I'm leaving the league, and ditched us for literally our number one rival. So he's our Judas. Yeah. So I know that song very well. I'm happy that Bailey gets the nice version.
You're talking about the Hey Baby thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I thought you were talking about Daddy Cool.
No, ours is yeah. It's because we say, hey, Sol Campbell, I want to know why you're such a. I won't say it on YouTube, but yeah, and then we just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and sing it again. It's fun, but we we do it at the right times
Monday,
as opposed to just.
I hope Monday we might hear this chant. George Captor. Hope we hear that. Oh, George!
I'd pay money for that.
Can we get a George by Elegant song?
If you hear that on Raw tomorrow, I will personally buy everyone in here a brand new car.
Hey, if we get that exposure, I feel like that might actually get us, we might be able to get close to monetization. We're not that far off on the YouTube, which, by the way, for people listening, if you haven't, please go over to youtube.com/@AltJakeTakesOn and subscribe, as long with Johnny's channel @SCManiacs, youtube.com/@SCManiacs. Please. Doesn't cost anything. We're free. We have fun. They go live every Thursday, right?
Every Thursday at 7. And you guys are live.
Yeah,
you're live on Spaces, 8:05 every Sunday.
We tried, yep.
Give or take sometimes.
Right, yeah. We're
experimenting.
If we move it around, I'll let everybody know. Yeah, if we move around. I feel like if if there's Sunday shows that we can do watch-alongs with for TNA or whatever, I think that's the next one we might do otherwise. But like George said, we're going to do, for our British fans and fans in the, Europe that are listening, that we'll try to do a show to be more geared towards you guys and do an early one. That'll be fun. I'm into that. It's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll probably do one in the next couple of weeks. Next week we have Dr. Gina Posson, and then the week after we're open.
That's going to be cool.
And then we'll probably do, we'll go on early for one of the two at the end of the month.
When are you guys going to move to YouTube exclusively?
Once we're
never.
Yeah.
No, the Sunday show is always going to be here.
Oh, okay.
This show will always be here, and then we'll
you wouldn't just move to YouTube
and
do it live on YouTube, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be. I think with this one, because we do the interaction, once we're able to actually get super chats, I'm gonna start figuring out how to do the YouTube and live and where we're make it worth the time. But this one really works especially like this show is great. We have a guest and we can kind of focus and talk. But sometimes we got to have open mic night and just bring people in.
Yeah.
We're still really. I mean, honestly, we're still totally learning. If you really look at us, we've been doing this for 6 months and a week. So we're still just like, hey, we're figuring it out. We're having fun. And that's kind of where I'm willing to take any type of risk. Like this whole Spaces thing was an idea George had out of the blue to be, and I was not against it, but I was nervous about it. And now it's my favorite thing every week. So
yeah,
it's enjoyable. It's
fun.
Oh, what do you say, George?
No, I'm done. I'm good. Johnny was going
to talk to other wrestling fans.
It's what we want. Yeah. And what I like too is that we're able to not everybody has to have the same agreement. And oh God, we don't just scream at each other. We're not going to yell like, okay, hey, I like your opinion. It's different than mine. Sometimes, like when George earlier, like convinces us, oh shit, no, you're right. I like your idea better. I'm in. No, it's the whole idea of what we're trying to do. There's too many channels that are always going to be negative and yelling at people. I mean, shout out to JD from NY. He's got a great following, but I don't need to be yelled at that much. I'm a married man. I get it enough. Kidding, my wife. Joke. It was a joke.
That guy.
Although I am in a house with my wife and my mom at the same time. So
are they looking at you right now?
No, but I'm happy I can be hidden.
Okay, there you go.
I'm just kidding.
JD from NY is his own little thing, man. He's just.
I mean, it's working for him clearly.
Yeah, he's got something figured out.
He's got it figured out, but he works a lot. I mean, it's a lot of videos every day.
Yep.
And, Tuesday nights he does a 4.5 hour show. Who can do that? Who can talk that long?
Yeah, that's tough. I give him credit.
Yeah.
Like he's got over 4,000 listening right now live on X.
I mean, and that's just on X. What he does is YouTube and then streams it to X. So that's what has he got in that too? Yeah. I mean, more power to him. It's just, I'm kind of with you, Johnny. Like 4.5 hours, I'm gonna run out of shit to say after about 90 minutes to 2 hours, especially like if I'm by myself. Oh God,
yeah,
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, he's got 2K watching on YouTube right now and 4.4 on X.
Damn,
that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Good for him. I mean, hey,
if he didn't do it on X, he probably would have 5 watching on 5K on YouTube.
I mean, hey, whatever works for the guy. I'm sure his Twitter is probably way more monetized than most of us. So hey, good for him. It's working for him. I shout him out, but that's what he's doing is not really what I want to do. I want to have that kind of following for sure, but I don't want to scream at people. That's not who I am. I just want to have some fun. Let's talk about it. He's a screamer.
He's screaming at AEW Creative.
At least
Lord.
At least he's moved into that now and not, where he was before yelling, trying to say that AEW is great. Cause, I haven't seen an AEW show in 2, 3, 4 weeks, but those clips I see on X.
You're not missing anything. Trust me.
No. Oh, what was that last one with the spinny thing off the apron that they did? What was that supposed to be if you were successful? That's all I want to know. What were you trying to do? What was that going to be if you hit it?
Nobody knows.
Yeah. All I can think of is Dusty. Don't do shit you don't know how to do, baby.
You mean the 2 girls with the chair?
No, that one
was the one where they almost killed the Bandito.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, Johnny. No, this one I think was from Collision on Saturday, and I just reposted it. What the fuck was this? It was 2 guys, one of them in a mask, and they're on the apron, and they try to do some sort of spin, and they just kind of both fall. I just don't know what it would have been if it was successful.
Was that Jay Lethal versus Hologram?
Let me see. I've got it. Let's go. Let me look at.
He tried to do an F5 and he just fell over.
It was. I think it's Bandito and somebody in a mask. Here, I'll tag you in it right now.
That could be anybody.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's definitely Bandito, but there's so many. And I believe it's they're going to have a story where it's going to be 2 holograms, where it's going to be,
2 Sin Caras?
Undertaker and Undertaker. Yeah. I just tagged you in it, Johnny, on Twitter. I don't know what they're doing. I just don't get it. It's spinning.
Really makes me think I made the stupidest decision ever in my life.
Well, I got some ideas around that, George. We'll discuss that before we go forward with it. I got a couple of thoughts.
Yeah. But still got to almost be what we got thinking, though.
Well, what are they going to do for their rate? I mean, their ratings are now, I wouldn't want to say consistently, but I feel like we're going to be consistently under 600.
That's the new normal for them now.
600 is the new normal. We just talked about that.
Yeah, no, it's embarrassing. It's just, I know they said that all that they wanted was 5, but I feel like they said that so you would shoot over. You want to be averaging, and I feel bad because you see there's talent there. You want the company to be successful, but the rot is at the top and it's not going to get any better. It's like having an NFL owner who doesn't know what they're doing.
Exactly. They book Dynamite while they're driving to the arena. That's what it seems like. And it's been proven true. Jake Hager said it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jake Hager said a lot of things.
He said a lot of shit. To Sports Kita and to Bill Apter and to Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
Van Vliet, whatever his name is. But, if you take a look at WWE, are the weekly shows just blase by design? And they keep all the good stuff for the pay-per-views, the PLEs? You could actually just go on YouTube and look up Raw highlights the next day. And condense it all down to a 15-minute clip of everything all strung together. And if you miss SmackDown, WWE SmackDown highlights. And just catch up that way. You know what it is, and you can just watch the PLE.
Yeah. And they're great about, for example, this Friday, the clip with John Cena and Logan Paul and then the kid from Belgium that he brought in. That whole 18-minute segment was put on the show or on YouTube without any editing or any clips. And it was great for me because traveling, I watched the highlights in that and then looked at them I saw what I needed to see. That was great. Yeah, no, they're great about that. And that's one of the reasons why I don't get too hung up on a lot of ratings talk, especially with WWE, because they know a big chunk of their audience is going to just watch through YouTube, especially the younger audience. I mean, we talk about people cutting the cord. The younger audience never even had the cord. They've never had cable. There's a good chunk of these people that have only watched shows on their smart TVs, tablets, laptops, phones. And that's a fantastic audience. That's a big audience that they have that are paying customers. And so I just feel like when people say, oh, well, there was 10 million watching the Attitude Era. I'm like, there's 100 million subscribers on their YouTube channel. I feel like that's a growth thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's growth.
Right. I mean, but when they had 10 million watching in the Attitude Era, that was a quantity of people that watched at a certain time every week. And that was it. You could just, if they DVR'd it, did they have DVR? Yeah, they had DVRs.
They had DVR.
You can record VCR,
you're recording on your VCR.
You can record it, but by recording it with a VCR, you're watching it.
Right. You still
the VCR is watching, so it counts.
Yep.
So that was all right in the moment watching, and you knew exactly what the ratings were going to be. This is strung out for 2 weeks.
Right. And never mind the fact that, even back then there was 100 or 200 cable channels or whatever, but there wasn't all these other mediums of entertainment for it. So it's also that too. It's all sprayed out. But even when I'm flipping through reels or whatever on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, a lot of WWE stuff will come through it. You can see the full highlight or clips from the show or something that makes you, oh shit, I would want to watch that. Seeing Chelsea Green getting put over by the Irish audience. I didn't catch that live on TV, but that was great. The We Want Chelsea chants. Which, she's one of my, if not my favorite thing on WWE TV right now. So
she's
good for
NXT now. She's in NXT. She's working in NXT now with Ethan Page.
And just doing magical work, in my opinion. They're just great together. I love it. I don't know.
Do you know in Kissimmee, Florida, there's a a big, travel. It's not Disney World. It's a tourist destination. I'll call it that, where it's got a hotel there and they have like musical productions and shows and restaurants. She's in some of the musical productions down there.
Oh, I've seen clips of those. I didn't know what that was from. Okay.
I thought I was losing my mind when I saw that. But they had it on Twitter, Chelsea Green, and I saw it on Facebook 3 times. I said, she's actually dressed up as a pirate queen or whatever, with a sword fighting people on this stage. I said, man, what was she doing? Was this something she did before WWE? She's doing it now.
Community theater.
Yeah.
So she's improving her chops even there. Like when that episode of Unreal where she's like, look, if somebody's got to be the asshole and get their ass kicked to put the person over, I'll do it. Like I get just the way she looks at the business. We need more people to look at the business that way. Like I want her to teach a class at NXT of just having the right mindset. Like don't always need to get your shit in every match. You don't need to do everything you know how to do every match. It doesn't get you more over. Right. Sell it better. Like make it like, I mean, look at what she's done. She went from having the shortest time in the Women's Royal Rumble ever was her return to WWE. And then she moved forward and became the U.S. champion. And yeah, she's been on Raw, SmackDown, PLEs, NXT, and always gets a reaction from the audience. She's gotten Piper and, Alba Fire more over, but their little group there. Ethan Page and her have been fantastic doing their little TikToks and stuff too. The whole thing just works for me. It's just what I said. I can't help it. I didn't think I would like it this much, but here I am. I'm a mark for it. Admitted.
It speaks volumes for filming backstage segments where she interacts with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis and all those guys. Where she had the Karen character for a while there.
Yeah,
a Karen style character. And in the other company, it's you don't know what's going on because you can hardly hear them the way it's mic'd. Backstage with either an echo or the mics are turned way down. You can't understand what they're saying. It's just.
Can we talk about that for a second, please?
Please.
Yeah, let's do it.
They've been on TV for 6 years now. 6?
Almost 7?
7?
No,
okay.
Almost 6.
How do you still have basic production errors? Like the microphone not working to the house. Well, how is this shit still happening? I don't get it.
Maybe it's why, because they're not hiring, the union workers. They're not paying proper wages. I don't know.
They don't have their in-house. They don't have an in-house production staff that takes care of everything. They go into a local area and the head of production for the company contacts the local unions and gets production people to help out.
What you pay for.
Right. Hence the guy who got thrown to the ground by Mox. Yes. He was not an employee. He was a union worker.
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, you get what you pay for. You see what, it is what they're not. And even like the stuff when they build like the sets in the back where there's a room that doesn't have a door or whatever, no exit, things aren't thought through. And again, that's just when you have rot at the top.
Yeah, that stuff I can let go. I can't let go of basic audio issues. I can't.
On a television
you can't get by that because that's how you're trying to portray your product to the people that are watching is audioly. What the hell? Is that a word? Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? It works for me.
Oral. AURAL.
Oral. Bingo. That's how you're trying to get your product out to the people. I can live with a minor thing where there's no door in the back, but if you can't convey your thoughts to the people, you're shot.
Repeatedly. Yeah, and that's
what they do is if you're running the show on the way to the arena, you don't have a lot of lag time to
and
he hits the arena. Oh, John, I see John's going to cut a promo right here. We got 6 minutes. John's going to cut a promo right here, up the steps, and just get the microphone, just shit in the camera. And then we're going to have another promo over here in the corner with Renee.
Right.
And that's it. That's the only lead time he gets.
It just seems so.
I like when they had Renee in the back, cut to Renee in the ring. That was the good one. That was great. Like, that was 2 weeks ago.
She should have said, back to you, Renee.
Right, back to me. Like this shit like that. And like, I feel like a lot of times when you see the people, like when the defenders of AEW, they just like laugh it off. Like, oh, it's fine. It's cutesy. Like, not if you're trying to be a professional fucking company. Not if you're like, if you want it to be a little joke and Tony's little play toy, then don't try to compete with WWE. Don't talk shit. Don't punch up. Just do your own shit. But
you think the network would say something because it makes them look terrible.
But I think that's because Tony's paying to be on TV. I don't think that deal is.
No, the network cares. It's on their network.
The network isn't exactly watching everything that show does.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yes. And I mean, that network's, yeah.
First thing I would do if I was taking over if I was Tony Khan, I would take Shivani and Excalibur and put them in Ring of Honor with Caprice Coleman so he can guide them through it. And I would take Ian Riccaboni and Taz and have them be the announce team for Dynamite to freshen things up.
Yes.
That's what I would do.
I
have Renee Young, put her on Ring of Honor permanently, and find another interviewer. I don't know about, what's the girl's name? Big Bill's fiance. What's her name?
Lexi
Nair. Yeah, I think she does Collision, right?
I think so, yeah. Is she DDP's daughter?
Stepdaughter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Knew something like that. Yeah. I agree. No, that right there would shake things up enough to at least give shit a chance. Cause when you tune in and you just hear Excalibur yammering on nonstop and Shivani just, everything's great. I love all this. This is fantastic. Like who wants to watch that shit?
It's
the same thing every week.
Horrible. And then they just signed Jim Ross for another contract.
Poor guy.
Strictly to keep him from going back to WWE.
Right. Exactly.
How much longer has he got? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's he doing? A match a month he's calling? It's
maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah, he calls like 1 or 2 pay-per-view matches as far as I can tell. And usually like matches where you're like, why are you having him? Like, do we need him calling a lights out cage match? Like, come on. Like,
and the talent sitting back, well, they're not backstage. He just doesn't even call them to come in. They don't have a catering kind of thing where, they're sitting and catering this whole time, all these weeks. He doesn't fly him in. He doesn't have them come in.
Oh.
He just doesn't call them back. And,
right,
like Britt Baker.
Yeah. I was shocked Wardlow came back. I thought he was for sure gone forever.
Well,
I think he's ghosted.
That Amazon video, was it American Gladiators?
Yeah.
The new version is going to start up soon.
Oh, okay.
Something off of that.
Right.
Camille. What about Camille? Have Camille come back. She's on that show too.
We can do this all day.
Yeah.
We can play What About?
Yep.
All day with AEW, but it's sad. Actually, if you're going to look, have Camille come in and do jobs for Megan Bain. Have her do jobs for Statlander. Job them to death. Same thing with Britt Baker. If that's what you're going to do, why keep them backstage or keep them back at home? Bring them in. They're biding their time. They're probably talking to lawyers trying to get out.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, Tony doesn't have the balls to book someone like that. He would just rather out of sight, out of mind. He's just super non-confrontational, which back to what we were talking about earlier. I'm not going to take this fucking shit. That's all you've done. That's all you do is take all the shit, dude. Sorry. Not to be mean, but it's true.
Yeah.
And then he just surrounds himself with yes men who tell him whatever he wants to hear and think, everything's great, but it's just, and just try to say that things are this year's better, like year over year. Like, we know numbers, Tony. We can see that your average of 600,000 this year is worse than it was 2 years ago when you were at 8. Like, it's just, you're losing 100,000 viewers on average every single year. Just the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the AltJake Hager Show.
Hey, did I ever tell you about one time?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Fucking Grok, dude. Hey, at least now we agree on things. Before Jake Hager was still talking about his purple hat when Grok thought I was Jake Hager.
Yeah, Jake Hager has some great creative ideas.
Yeah.
I just would be like Groot where I come out and just say, I like this hat. I like this hat. Come on, man.
Now he just comes out and says, fuck Tony Khan.
Yeah, fuck Tony.
When you heard Jake Hager talking, were you believing everything he said, or do you just think he was just talking? Because I don't think Jake Hager was that. I didn't like him in AEW at all, personally. I thought it was stupid.
No, yeah, no, but and I mean when the things he said of like I did Stadium Stampede 2 years in a row, like okay, that's not something to be so happy about.
He had an awful high opinion of himself.
So did Orange Cassidy, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I feel like probably because we all know he's Jericho's buddy, so I'm sure Jericho always talked him up and made him feel great about himself or whatever. But yeah, no, the interview was funny with CBB, but yeah, I didn't believe all of it. Even the stuff like, I think FTR, not the biggest fans of them anymore, but they kind of proved that the way he told that story of the backstage locker room meeting wasn't exactly right. Like FTR was there and he confirmed that in text messages, but you know, he's getting himself a payday. He's trying to get himself maybe in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, that was a few years ago when Punk left and all that, and we had a big fight backstage and all that with the Young Bucks. And, you know, he was drinking scotch at the time with CVV, so maybe his memory wasn't that good.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was weird.
Yeah. I mean, we clearly know he doesn't have an NDA. That's for sure. Whether he's right or wrong about this shit, we know he doesn't have one of those things. Jesus. I was shocked. That was that part. Just whether he's telling the truth or not, it was just surprising to hear that much from somebody. Just because I figure everybody who leaves that company, it's like NDA and bye, but maybe not. It seemed like it.
Yeah, it was just funny to hear him say he can't make a sandwich, let alone book a show.
But I mean,
wow.
He's never had. He just doesn't understand the real world and what it's like to be an actual.
He can make a sandwich, though. Come on.
Can he? Or did his Jamaican nanny Agape?
He can make a sandwich. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. That billionaire, I mean, he's a personal chef. I don't know.
The maid Consuelo.
Yeah, right.
Consuelo, can you make me a sandwich?
No,
Mr. Tony, no.
Mr.
We need more lemon pledge.
We need more lemon pledge. That's where Dora explored her last Explorer.
I did want to touch on one last subject before we wrap things up.
Yeah, I didn't realize we'd gone this long. Jesus, I just looked at the clock. That's awesome.
I want to get Mr. Bottles' thoughts on the WWE possible return of the one and only Chris Jericho.
No.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. Royal Rumble, surprise entrance.
Yep.
I think he would come back like a conquering hero to the WWE crowd. And they would forget, because look,
they don't know where he's been.
Right.
They don't know where he's been. All those people obviously do not watch AEW.
Clearly.
The people in that crowd in France do not watch AEW. The people in Ireland don't watch AEW. There's a small select subset of people in Europe that actually dig that sort of thing. Oh, they got big crowds over there. They got big crowds. Yeah, and the crowds are minuscule in the United States also. So there's even less people aware of AEW in the United States than Europe.
A lot of the people that go to the shows in England, it's like, hey, they heard it was wrestling and they wanted to go to a live event. It's not that they're giant diehard AEW fans. Some are, for sure.
What do you think they do with them, Johnny?
I think Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Don't know if he's going to be a babyface or a heel. Maybe one match a month. A lot of appearances on Raw or SmackDown. Has a feud. Goes in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And then he can segue into a creative role in the back. Jericho's always had good creative ideas, but he needs a filter.
Right.
He needs an editor.
Exactly.
And Vince was his editor and his filter.
Yeah. No, I think the Jericho break the walls down music would get a huge pop, and he deserves another Mania match because the recent stuff aside, he did have a great WCW and WWE career, and you can play off that. And yeah, I would assume, kind of like Bottle said, it'd come back a conquering hero, be a babyface, have a heel, wrestle Grayson Waller at WrestleMania. Boom.
And wrestle with a shirt on.
Yes.
Here's where I think he'll come back in tremendous shape.
That too. I was going to say that. Yep, 100%. I feel like he'll bust his ass to get there.
Right. And he won't come back to the same music either, I don't think. I don't think he'll come back to break the walls down to be a whole new
Really?
thing. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
I think
it'll
be different.
Judas. Yeah, Judas. Exactly.
Maybe. So with that, I would think that at least the initial time come back with like the beginning of the old music and then change it into maybe.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
You don't think that this contemplation thing he's been doing on X isn't going to be the name of his new song?
Contemplation. You never know.
I mean, I think that's a lot of syllables, man. That's Jericho at this point. No, I'm kidding.
Contemplation
going
down. Sorry.
I mean, he could. No, if he's going to have a new theme, I mean, I guess Fozzie's as good as Def Rebel, like little, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They're both shit, so they won't be great. Judas is a decent song. I heard it, it was there is some talent there, I guess. So I'm sure they've got a chance of having it be a decent song.
I can see him doing like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, like a
yeah,
and then breaking into a new song.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, the song did have a good chorus. Judas does have a good chorus.
Yeah, it did. That driving guitar riff was good. It really was. They played it too much on AEW when he was trying to be the big star, but I think his return's imminent because what's left for him to do in AEW? He's not going to wrestle as world champion. He's just going to be a legend, and they don't really do much with legends there.
No.
I think, like I said though, I think he comes back like solid, like abs, like he used to have them, all that stuff. He's going to really try to make himself look better because he can't come back to the WWE looking like shit.
That's true. You've got, put in the work, go do the, go do the stem cell stuff, whatever you need to, get all the best treatments possible. I don't know how his hair is. If he's got to go to Turkey and get some hair plugs, do the world tour of, revitalization.
He's got fine rock and roll hair, dude.
Does he? He's starting to be a skeleton. I wasn't sure if I would know. Just saying, do the world tour. He's got September to the end of January to get his body right.
I'm telling you right now, Jericho wears a piece.
Oh. Jericho bodysuit. like he's a woman in Saudi Arabia wrestling.
No. He wears a rug.
He wears a rug.
A front spot on his head.
I would like to think
that's a toupee.
If he moves wrong, it's like the Big Ern McCracken from Kingpin, where it just folds all the way over.
Big Ern.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I love that movie.
He was on Dynamite 2 weeks in a row. I'm talking a couple of years back, and it was a different color from the rest of his hair, and it was looking like it was all stenciled in the front. Okay. Like whoever put it in did a bad job. Mr. Chris, I lost the last one. You got a new one? I got one that's in Heather Blonde. I'll take it.
Okay. Nah, just go to Turkey, get the hair plugs. That's what everybody in Europe does.
Cena got hair plugs.
Yeah, Cena looked
absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, and that's where he went. He got the Turkish hair jobs is a thing. I see it a lot over in the European athletes that become pundits and they start to lose. Like Wayne Rooney did it, and a couple of years. It's good. Hey, you just look a little silly. Like you got to take a month to 6 weeks off of TV. You can't be seen because you can see the dots. But once it grows in, it does look pretty good.
Yeah,
nice. Modern technology.
Yeah, no, that's good. Hey, luckily I've still got my thick Jew fro, so I'll be good.
Well, you've seen my rug, so
yes, I was gonna say George's got the long rocker hair.
There you go.
Johnny, you want to tell the fine people where they can find you, sir, as we wrap things up here tonight?
You can find me at Johnny Bottles with a Z on Twitter, in the Twitterverse. And you can find us at YouTube, Square Circle Maniacs. Just give us a search. We're on there every Thursday, 7 p.m. Thursday night, so we do a live show.
Great show.
Yeah, no, if you and Don do great stuff. It's always fun. I try to. I've been a lot better at catching it live and cracking jokes in the chat every week. It's fun. It's a good time.
Well, we try.
Yeah, and if they can't type it out right, I've got him tagged in the title of this, and I'll make sure when I put it on YouTube, I'll tag you in that as well, so that people can go and find you and subscribe and make sure they listen to you every week and follow along, because you're also great on Twitter. You're one of the top 3 people that cracks me up with your posts. You're always,
well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. No, you're smart. You're good with it. It's a nice dry wit that comes out, and sometimes it's mean, but most of the time it makes me laugh. And even when it's mean, I always laugh. I love you,
it's older guy humor.
Exactly. Dad jokes. A lot of dad jokes.
Yeah,
hey,
perfect.
It kills me is in our show that I do with Don. In the chat, sometimes I see people going, "Are they really arguing? Are they really mad at world? What's going on?" And like you talked about earlier when we started this show today, not everybody on the show's got to agree.
Right.
Everybody can have a difference of opinion. You just not screaming at one another or anything like that.
Yeah.
You may like one thing, George likes another. George likes one thing,
do it. Yeah.
You like it. You don't like what George likes, and he doesn't like what you like on certain things. It's the way it is.
Everybody agrees you're just going to get king of the hill. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like soccer in the least bit.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest hockey guy. It works.
Bingo.
It's fine. Yeah, that's why we work together well. No, otherwise, yeah, you're just gonna have the king of the hill. Yep. Like that's no fun. Like plus two, hey, I'm always willing to listen to any argument and opinion, and if it changes my mind, I'm open. Hey, you never know. That's why I'm willing to go on any person's show and hang out. I had fun filling in for Don with Johnny a couple weeks ago. That was a great time. Talking about SummerSlam, that was a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. That's good. We've gone an hour and a half. This is a ton of fun. Thanks so much for coming on, Johnny.
Yeah, next week is Dr. Gina Pawson, psychologist.
Yeah, that should be very interesting. I'm excited for that conversation. I have no idea where that's going to go, but you know, we like to bring on people that are much smarter than us. I feel like this might be the smartest one yet.
So is this a non-wrestling theme show next week?
No, it's a wrestling theme show.
Yeah.
She's a wrestling psychologist.
Sports wrestling psychologist. Yeah, a sports psychologist who's a wrestling fan and has psychology of wrestling of like how the comebacks work and stuff. Yeah, no,
it'll be a fun one.
Is she a wrestling psychologist?
No, not officially.
That'd be a great gimmick.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I should tell her that.
Right?
Yeah,
it's better than Isaac Yanko. We got to come up with the next for that. Yeah, would be a good.
They should use that for Kiana James instead of what she's doing right now with being Julia's manager on SmackDown. She could be a wrestling psychologist.
And they can have the segment in the ring, you know, with the couch and she's in the chair and the wrestlers. Hey, maybe that would work.
Tried that with Dr. Stevie.
Well, that was
tried that with Dr. Stevie, right?
That's TNA and Russo.
Yeah.
No, I mean, with Bayley going crazy in her backstage vignettes right now, you could have Kiana working it out, you know, as a psychiatrist. There's something there, actually.
It might work.
Hire us, Triple H. We're going to be a good writing crew. Yeah.
What a way to end things. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. So please, if you haven't,
Johnny.
Like, subscribe, follow our channels. We try to bring you the best content we can. Thanks everybody for listening. We will catch you next week. Peace, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.